I'm trying to see if these actually work.
No?
They worked last night.
Those were better? I just printed my own thing because I wrote their names out how I pronounce it.
There's only one name I'm worried about.
Go on.
Zoki?
Yeah, kind of. It's like.
Ozozoki. Caspicavus.
Ooh, okay, that's good. Yeah, that sounded good. I haven't had to say that one.
I like how everybody's being pushed to the front.
I like that too. They don't have to make it as long for them to walk up here. Plus, it makes the auditorium look like it's full. We live stream this, right?
Yes.
Poor Marcia.
Guess we might not start right at 7.
Let me make sure they're not over here. No, right.
Is Max here? Do you see Max?
Sometimes they bring their own.
Max is here. See Max? Good evening. Good evening and welcome to our upper school honors night. Just a little bit of housekeeping before we get started. Students, when you come up to receive your awards, please come up on this side of the stage over here to my left, your right. Then you'll come on up, and if we basically take a picture of everything. So you'll come to the middle of the stage. There is an X. Go right to the X in the middle of the stage. Get your picture taken. If you're coming up as a group, okay, we'll take a picture as a group. There are some awards where you will receive the actual, some honors where you'll receive the award on stage. There are some other large group awards where you'll exit, all right, and go over to the bleachers with when there's numerous students in that category, and we'll get your picture together. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to three of our teachers who are eager to welcome you this evening. And that's Miss Kara Emo, Miss Savannah Miller, and Mrs. Alyssa Stranskov.
Everyone, and welcome to Honors Night, the one evening of the year where we gather to celebrate excellence, achievement, and the rare species known as students who actually read the directions.
Tonight we celebrate academic excellence, perseverance, and the very real ability to open 17 tabs, get distracted by 12 of them, and still turn in an A-level assignment.
Honestly, that's not a distraction problem. That's multitasking at an elite level.
But in all seriousness, tonight is about honoring the work behind the grades, the late nights, the early mornings, and the moments where I'll do it tomorrow quietly became, I guess I'm doing it right now.
It's about growth, determination, and the kind of effort that doesn't always show up on a transcript, but absolutely deserves recognition.
The awards presented tonight represent just a portion of the many achievements made this year by our upper school students, and we are truly honored to share this time with you.
And no one gets here alone. Behind every student recognized tonight are families who supported, encouraged, and maybe asked a few well-timed, "Did you finish that yet?" reminders.
And teachers who guided, challenged, and believed in these students, sometimes even before they believed in themselves.
Tonight is a celebration of all of you, the students, the families, and the educators who made these accomplishments possible.
We are incredibly proud of what these students have achieved, and it's a privilege to celebrate them together tonight.
Mumford, let's get started.
We begin by welcoming our Night for the Cure sponsor, Mrs. Margaret Price, along with student directors Madison Castleberry and Kelsey Rose.
Good evening, everyone. Could the other student directors please join us on the stage? Also, the representatives from the organizations that will be receiving this year's donations, please join us on the stage. Madison and Kelsey, you're on.
Hi everyone, my name is Maddie Castleberry and I'm the student director of Night for the Cure.
And hi everyone, my name is Kelsey Rose and I'm the student co-director of Night for the Cure.
We are here tonight to announce the total funds raised at this year's event. Surpassing last year by over $2,000, we are proud to announce that we raised $14,190. We are so grateful for your support and for coming to our event and buying our merchandise.
We will be donating $4,730 to 3 incredible organizations, including Alex's Lemonade Stand Foundation for Lucas Hero Fund, Cornerstone Hospice, and the Greater Claremont Cancer Foundation.
We would like to invite these organizations on the stage to receive their checks.
The Focus on the Future Scholarship supports young cancer survivors and those from families affected by cancer as they pursue their educational goals. This program encourages students who have overcome hardship to look ahead and build meaningful futures. Scholarships may be used at accredited universities, community colleges, or vocational technical schools. These awards help recipients take the next step towards successful careers in engineering, healthcare, business, education, and related fields. This year's Focus on the Future grant recipient, presented by the Greater Claremont Cancer Foundation, please welcome Mark Field to the stage.
Hello, good evening. Every 12th grade student is invited to give a senior speech, and all members of the HLI, the Head of School Leadership Institute, and the Distinguished Scholars Group at Mount Verde Academy must present a speech. A committee of faculty and administrators voted on the senior speeches and came up with what they felt were the top 3. This year, our second runner-up for the Senior Speech Award is Max Irving.
Good evening. So my name is Max Irvin, and I play baseball at Mount Verde Academy, and this is my senior speech. The island kid who refused to quit. 3:30 in the morning. That was the time my alarm went off almost every day when I was 13 years old. While most kids my age were still asleep, I was already awake. I was tying my cleats, getting ready to chase a dream that started on a small island called Aruba. When I grew up, it's beautiful. Blue water, warm sun, a place I will always call home. But baseball opportunities were limited. The dream I had was bigger than the island. So I left home. I started traveling to chase opportunities that didn't exist where I was from. By the time I was 13, I was living on my own. No parents waking me up, no one reminding me what to do. Just an alarm, a dream, and the responsibility to figure life out faster than I was ready for. I lived in a small apartment with one roommate and one coach. Every morning the alarm went off at 3:30. I got up and faced the work that would shape my future before most people were even awake. Some mornings staying in bed felt easier, but I thought about my parents. They trusted a 13-year-old to leave home and follow a dream. They gave up comfort, time, and peace so I could have a chance. I remember one night. I had finished practice and I was sitting alone in my small apartment, tired, sore, wondering if I could keep going. My phone buzzed. A message from both my mom and my dad. They wrote, "We believe in you, son. Even on your hardest days, you make us proud." I looked at that message and something inside me changed. I wasn't chasing the dream for myself anymore. I was chasing it for them. Every sacrifice, every sleepless morning, every drop of effort, I wanted them to see it all mattered. So I made a promise to myself. One day, I would make it all worth it. One day, I would give back everything they gave me. And one day, I will be able to take care of them the way they took care of me. But one of the most humbling moments of my journey came when I spent time in the Dominican Republic. I saw kids my age playing baseball on fields that didn't look anything like the ones we play on today. Sometimes there was barely grass, sometimes the equipment had to be shared, and sometimes there wasn't even the basics. Our living conditions were not ideal. There were days when there wasn't much food, days without water, nights when electricity went out and the entire place went dark. Being there made me realize how much I take the simple things in life for granted. I realized that chasing a dream isn't something to complain about. It's a privilege. And if people could give everything they had with so little, then I had no excuse not to give everything I had. Training alongside them, experiencing the same grind and chasing the same dream, that moment hit me. And I realized how lucky I was, how far I had come, and how much I still needed to give. That journey taught me to be resilient. It taught me how to be independent. It taught me to value every opportunity and cherish the moments that shaped who I am today. Montfort Academy changed my life. I learned something even more important. For most of my life, I thought strength meant doing everything alone, and I thought being strong meant carrying every challenge by yourself. But being here showed me something different. For the first time in a long time, I felt something I hadn't felt in years. Community. Teammates who had my back. Friends who believed in me. People who reminded me that even the strongest journeys don't have to be walked alone. And that's when I realized something I will carry with me for the rest of my life. The strongest people aren't the ones who do everything alone. The strongest people are the ones who lift others up. And success isn't just about how far you go, it's about how many people you can help and impact on your way up. Like my dad always tells me, always help everyone on the way up because you never know who you're going to need on your way down. From a kid from a small island, chasing a dream bigger than the world he knew, I learned this. Dream bigger than you fear, work harder than everyone, and always lift the people beside you as you rise. The world won't hand you your dreams, you must take them. You fight for them, and you make everyone who believed in you proud. Thank you.
We will now honor each of our subject area award recipients, starting with Ms. Tiffany Pyland and the English Department Awards.
Good evening. To start the English Department Awards, let my colleagues come on stage. For English 1 and 2, Sophia Ben Musa. For English 1 and 2 honors, Hannah Zhu. For English 3 and 4, Adriana Gonzalez Martinez. For English 3 and 4 honors, Michelle Jean Su. For AP Language, Alina Musa. For AP Literature, Adam Townsend. For AP Seminar and Research, Allison Ryan. For Journalism, Isaiah Molina. And finally, for Yearbook, Lider Rexton. And now I welcome to the stage Mrs. Rebecca Martinez to present the awards for the ESL department.
Good evening. For our Level 1 ESL course, Joaquim Miranda. For ESL Level 2, Robson Moraes. And for ESL Level 3, Jonathan Valdez. And now I'd like to welcome Ms. Netterveen and Ms. Caballero for the World Language Department.
Bonsoir tout le monde. The award for beginning French will go to Hannah Chu. Intermediate French, Sam Knight. And AP French, Elise alias Shahim.
For beginning Spanish, Aman Agarwal. Intermediate Spanish, Nidhi Krishna. Spanish for native and heritage speakers, Natalia Vaquerizo Pico. AP Spanish Literature, Alison Troche. AP Spanish Language, Daniel Flock Lozano. The outstanding world language is for the student who has completed 4 years of Spanish, Adriana González Martínez.
At this time, I would like to invite Miss Candace Dietrich to the podium. She's the head of the mathematics department.
Good evening, everyone. The first award is going to be from Algebra 1, and that goes to Beatrice Zucato. For Geometry, goes to Maria Perea. Algebra 2 goes to Lily McMillan. Statistics goes to Oliver Anderson. Advanced Algebra and Trigonometry goes to Maria Fernandez Manzano. Math for College Readiness goes to Deliana Morris. Pre-Calculus goes to Jude Bakir. AP Pre-Calculus goes to Annie Ann. Calculus will go to Allison Ryan. AP Calculus AB goes to Daria Rubarella. AP Calculus BC goes to Brian Zhang. And AP Statistics goes to Michelle Jingzhu.
This year, we had over 60 seniors submit senior speeches. The first runner-up for the Senior Speech Award is Marisha Parani.
Growing up, I always felt like I had to choose which version of myself I should be. The version of myself that fit into who I thought people wanted me to be, or the version of myself that felt true. For a long time, it felt like neither was enough, so I just stayed silent. Being Indian American, I've always felt like I'm constantly living in an in-between. When I came to high school, I quickly realized that while I was seen as both a student and a friend, I was also seen as the Indian girl. And with that came assumptions that people didn't even realize that they were making. For most people, I was their first Indian friend, which also meant I was their first impression of an entirely different culture. People would often make comments or jokes about things that they didn't fully understand, and it was so normalized that I didn't always know how to respond. On top of that, being a Muslim woman is another layer of my identity that came with even more misunderstanding. Sometimes quiet, but still always there. Most of the time, I had felt like people already decided who I was before they even gave me a chance to show them. So I learned to be careful. To me, being careful meant watching what I said, how I acted, and what parts of myself I showed. A lot of the time, that meant staying silent because it was easier than risking being misunderstood. In all honesty, that fear stayed with me for a very long time. It made me hesitate, it made me overthink, it made me feel like I had to put on a face just to fit in and avoid giving into stereotypes. But what made it even more confusing is that I felt like this no matter where I went or who I was with. When I would visit India, I expected it to feel like home. But even there, with these people that I thought I would relate to the most, something felt off. I looked like everybody else. I even shared a lot of the same traditions as them, but my accent was noticeably different. My habits were different. The way I thought was different. And all of a sudden, I wasn't Indian enough. I would then come back here, back to my school, back to my friends, and I would feel it again. The same feeling of always being slightly out of place. But in December of 2025, something changed. I went to India on a community service trip, and for the first time, I was able to step out of the little bubble that I've always known. I met people who had different lives, challenges, thoughts, and perspectives. There, I realized that we are so much greater than the labels we give each other. There was never one way to be Indian, there was never one way to be American, and there was never one way to feel like I belonged. Everyone I met there carried their own stories and their own identities, and not a single one of them fit perfectly into one definition. For the first time, instead of feeling out of place and like I didn't belong, I started to realize that it's possible that no one fully fits into just one box, and maybe we're not supposed to. Yes, my experience on the trip gave me a new perspective on the world, but it also gave me a new perspective on how I saw myself. I always thought that being Indian American and Muslim made me more distant from others. But in reality, it gave me a greater understanding of what it feels like to be both seen and misunderstood. It also taught me one of the most important lessons. That fear of judgment that lingers, it will never go away by hiding. It will only grow. So I decided to change that. Not all at once, of course, but little by little. I spoke up more, I let people understand who I really was, and not just the parts of me that I felt were safe. And here's what I realized. The more that I stopped making myself smaller to fit in, the more I actually started feeling a sense of belonging. Identity isn't something for you to prove to other people. It's something that you define for yourself. The in-between feeling that I always felt isn't a weakness. It's a representation of where the actual growth occurs. Because truth being told, a lot of us feel this way. For me, it was about culture and religion, but for others, it's a multitude of reasons. We all know what it feels like to wonder if we're good enough and what it feels like to want to belong. So seniors, as you move on to this next chapter of your life and step into new environments, remember this. You don't have to make yourself smaller to fit into someone else's idea of who you are, and you don't have to choose between different sides of your identity. You are allowed to be all of it. You are allowed to be the parts that people understand, and you are allowed to be the parts that people don't understand. You are allowed to be the parts of yourself that are shaped by where you come from, and you are allowed to be the parts of yourself that are shaped by where you are going. Walk into new spaces being your full self, whatever that means to you, because you don't need to find places to belong and fit into. You can create them, and that's something that is worth carrying with you long after you leave this nest.
Next, I'd like to invite our Social Studies Department to come up to the stage. Mr. Robert Burke is the chair of the Social Studies Department, and he will be announcing the winners for their department.
Thank you. And thank you, Marisha, for that wonderful speech. Where's she up? Out there somewhere. Mr. Chris Spalding presenting the AP History Award to Juliana Barbieri. Ms. Hoyle presenting the Global Studies Award to Zurich Kanakpornavzen. I tried. Mr. Walsworth presenting the AP Economics Award to Jade Bouchy. Mr. Lamb presenting the AP U.S. Government and Comparative Government Award to Kobe Wu. Ms. Helm presenting the Social Studies Elective Award to Adriana Gonzalez Martinez. Mrs. Malvarez Baez presenting the AP Psychology Award to Michelle Su. Mr. Cordova presenting the Outstanding Social Studies Award to Christopher Wathington. I'll be presenting the Historical Thinking and Achievement in Social Studies Award to Jacob Novus. And Dr. Aguirre presenting the Overall Academic Social Studies Award to Michelle Su. Now, welcome to the stage the Science Department Chair, Mrs. Amy Napolis.
Hello, good evening. Let me get on track here. All right. We are so excited to congratulate our top students across the science department, and we'll start with our top student in the life sciences at the AP level. Congratulations, Nidhi Krishna. Next, we have our life science at the honors level. Congratulations, Maria Pereira. And our life science at the college preparatory level, congratulations to Hung Lam Kwok Win. In our physical sciences at the AP level, congratulations to our top student, Kobe Wu. To our top physical science at the honors level, congratulations, Sanvi Gandhi. And to our physical science at the college preparatory level, congratulations, Luca Skunen. We also give an award to our top student across all of the science electives, so we're very excited to congratulate our top electives science student, Demaria Williams. And our last award we give to our top senior, but I just want to say that this is not simply a senior who has done really well currently this year, but they've done well in the life science APs, the physical science APs, and electives. So we're very excited to give a special congratulations to Malena Wong. Quick shout out to my AP students. Good luck tomorrow. All right. Congratulations to everybody. And next up, I'm happy to introduce Dr. Karen Long and our Department of Computer Science and Engineering. Good evening. For AP Computer Science A, Mr. Matthew Peretz awards Grace Zhu. For 3D Design and Printing, Mr. Peretz awards Katie Zhang. For 3D Digital Sculpting, Mr. Peretz would like to honor Gino Garcia. For Game Builders, Mr. Peretz honors Hugh Trong. For AP Computer Science Principals, Mr. DeGeorge honors Michelle Jing Su. For Sports Media, Mr. Michael Damon would like to award Raja Sandhu. For Engineering, I will be awarding for Ms. Burrell, Sanvi Gandhi. And for Upper School Robotics, for Mrs. Burrell, I'll also award Hung Lam Kwok Nguyen. And now I'd like to introduce Mrs. Christy Tubbs, Department Chair of Visual Arts. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Long. The first award for drawing goes to Daisy Cruz. For painting, Isabella Salgado. Foundations of Art, Heitor Hoxfront. Studio, Nicole Sanchez. Filmmaking 1, Oscar Tiang Song. Filmmaking 2, John Pagano. TV Broadcasting 1, Eiley Smith. TV Broadcasting 2, Scarlett Bracamonte. Willworks in Ceramics, Lila Fulcher Vargas. Sculptural Ceramics, Frank Hisami. Weaving, Franklin Afanani. And crafts, Yukino Kudo. Each spring, a nationwide high school art competition is sponsored by the members of the U.S. House of Representatives. The Artistic Discovery Contest is an opportunity to recognize and encourage the artistic talent in this nation, as well as in each congressional district. Since then, over 650,000 high school students have been involved in this nationwide competition. Created in 1982, the Congressional Art Competition is a unique opportunity in which the congressman is able to showcase the artistic talents of the high school students within the 11th district. The winning entries from each district are prominently displayed in the Cannon Tunnel in Washington, D.C. The Cannon Tunnel connects the Cannon Tunnel connects the Cannon House office buildings with the U.S. Capitol and is traveled on a daily basis by the members of Congress and their staff. This year's theme for the competition was America the Beautiful, in celebration of the 250th anniversary of the United States. The winner for the 2026 art competition in Florida's 11th district is Aubrey Harry.
For those who are curious, that's the actual painting up on the PowerPoint. So congratulations, Aubrey. Mr. Dean Bell.
Thank you. So for the arts tonight, we will be presenting, Mr. David Ian Lee will be presenting for playwriting, the winner, Sebastian Salas. Mrs. Jessica Burt-Paz will be presenting for dance, the winner being Shiori Sonoda. Mr. Andres Villa will be presenting for guitar to Steve Lim. And will also be presenting for strings and orchestra to Addison Thomas. Mr. Aubrey Connolly Candelario will be presenting for AP Music Theory to Ella Drawdy. And for vocal music and choir to Ashlyn Anderson. Mr. Adrian Wright Ahern will be presenting for Children's Theater to Safaya Ben Musa. And for Intro to Theater to Ryan Sterling. And while we're finishing up giving out those awards, I do want to say that the Arts Department did have their banquet on Monday night, where we did 2 hours worth of awards that you didn't have to sit through. But I do want to mention, even though they've already received their award, they do not need to come up. I just want to mention our top 3 awards that we gave out. Our Technical Theater Student of the Year to Zara Saida. Our Thespian of the Year to Tatriana Hines, who you will have the pleasure of hearing just a little bit later in the program, and our Music Conservatory Student of the Year to Sophia Liu. And now I turn it over to our competing academic teams, beginning with Dr. Michelle Taylor-Sherwin and Mr. Michael Samidi.
Good evening, everyone. So along with Mr. Smeedy, it is my great honor as academic team coach to recognize a group of students who truly embody the meaning of honor, earning respect through commitment, and I do mean commitment, perseverance, and excellence. I have never seen students fight harder for every victory, and MVA couldn't be prouder. This season, MVA's varsity and junior varsity teams represented our school with integrity and determination. At the Roger Ross Academic Tournament, JV placed 10th while varsity tied for 5th, with our captain Jacob Novis earning 3rd top scorer overall. Varsity also earned an impressive and highly contentious 2nd place, but we know that we won that, at the High Q Tournament. And finally, we closed the season by placing 8th in the state at the 2026 Florida Quiz Bowl Championship. Tonight, we celebrate these students for their hard work and for being outstanding ambassadors of honor and academic excellence. Please welcome Andrew Bourne, graduating senior Braden Ray, graduating senior Milena Wang, Emily Lapuble, Ali Tracci, Bella Romeo, Lucas Streznicki, Juliana Barbieri, Francis Jones, and a very special shout out to this group of seniors whose dedication just surpassed everything. Every 8th period, guys. And I promised I wouldn't get upset, but you will all very much be missed. Richie Cerrone, Nathan Diaz, Titus DeClerc, John Drawdy, and last but not least, our captain, the heart and soul, Jacob Novis of our team. Thank you, guys.
If I could have these 8 members of the Math Olympics, the Math Club, come up on stage with me, and then I'll explain a few things about them as they come up. Annie Ann, Stephen Chen, Yan Zong, Hannah Zhu, Dylan Bova, Ryman Du, Mateus Silva, and Ningning Wang. Ladies and gentlemen, it's along with these 8 members that we practice actually at 7 o'clock in the morning on Tuesday morning. So this is a commitment before school even starts, which is a huge commitment, but we want to open it up to all of the student body. So these 8 members, again, with others as well, get up at 7 o'clock, get up earlier and come and compete. And we participated in Lake Sumter State College, Math Olympics this year. And with 25 teams, these teams, both teams, 4-member teams, we got first and second place this year. Very, very proud. Thank you so much. If I could have Mr. Peretz and Dr. Karen Long come up for the programming team.
I'm going to call the programming team up to join Mr. Peretz, Aman Agarwal, Ben Cheng, Ethan Castillo, Gino Garcia, Jinliang Zhang, Fu Reed, Lucas Strasneski, and Stephen Chen. In a cruel twist of fate, the AP computer test is tomorrow, which explains why some folks are not here tonight. So wishing them much luck tomorrow. But congratulations and thank you for participating in our programming club this year. Thank you. And for Ms. Chris Burrell, I'd like to introduce our robotics students. But before I do, I got to get this little piece out. So most of these seniors that are here tonight entered middle school when I entered MVA. And I just want to let you know that this year, I'm very proud of you guys, and I will greatly miss you. Our robotics team. Let me call up Connor Burke. Miguel Fernandez Hernandez. Dash Green. Hung Lam Kwak Nguyen. Kian Narani. And Ethan Salka. These kids dedicated themselves after school, before school, in between classes to build robots and attend the First Tech Championships and poured their hearts and soul into the season, and Mrs. Burrell and I are incredibly proud of you. So thank you for being a part of the robotics family. And now I'd like to introduce Mr. Burke and Ms. Hoyle.
Hello again. I'm Robert Burke, and this is my co-captain of the Model United Nations team, Ms. Marco Hoyle. I'd like to introduce the incoming secretariat members for next year. As they come up to the stage, I'll describe a little bit about what we do and recognize some of the other members of the Model United Nations team. So called to the stage are Secretary General Camelia Barada Alam, our Deputy Secretary General Juliana Barbieri, our Undersecretary of Policy Isabella Salgado, Undersecretary of Administration Elisa Ghanem, and the Undersecretary of Development Nora Chima. Model United Nations is best characterized as a UN simulation where we compete against other high schools around the world in a simulation of speech, debate, diplomacy. Students engage at these conferences for up to 18 hours of committee time, hosted by UCF, by University of Florida, and this year we made our third appearance at Georgetown University in Washington, D.C., and we even had 2 students on their own time and initiative give up their spring break to go compete at the national conference at New York City, where they brought back top honors. So also I'd like to recognize if there are any other students in the room who participated in Model UN this year. Some of the 60 students we had participate this year. Would you please stand quickly and be recognized? And thank you to our outgoing seniors. Your contributions help bring this organization to new heights every single year, and I am immensely grateful. Thank you.
So great to see all the amazing co-curricular teams and how they're getting it done throughout the county, state, and nation. Quite a few accomplishments there. In the upper school at Montverde, we have 7 student leadership groups representing the student body in various aspects of service to the academy. The groups are Arts and Athletic Leadership Committee, Disciplinary Committee, Eagle Ambassadors, Honor Council, Student Government Association, Prefects, and the Head of School Advisory Council, which is announced at the beginning of the school year. These groups together make up the upper school Head of School leadership team. We would like to thank the students for their service in these 7 leadership groups throughout the 25-26 school year. They all received their pens commemorating their leadership roles during the advisory meetings this past week. Can all current and outgoing members of the Head of School leadership team please stand to be recognized? Those seniors sure have left an impact and will leave a legacy here at Montverde. At this time, Mr. Eckstein and Ms. Price from the Dean of Students Office will identify the newly appointed members of each of the groups who will partner with the returning members to serve Montverde Academy in the 26-27 school year.
First, the Arts and Athletics Leadership Committee. That committee was overseen by Mrs. Savannah Montez and Mrs. Mary Kay Rath. Could you please come to the stage? Arts and Athletics is a group of students chosen from the leadership of their respective disciplines, representing the interests and uniqueness of the performance-based programs at Montverde Academy. Through their position as some of the most visible and recognizable faces of the Academy, these students have the opportunity to learn leadership skills unique to the demand of high-profile and public figures, as well as skills to help them prepare for leadership at the next level. As leaders in their discipline, these students are prepared to return to their individual teams and programs to model high-level leadership skills. Students, please come forward when your name is called. You'll take a photo on the stage and exit to pick up your pens. For the 26-27 AALC, Amelie Cruz. Gabriela Noveas de Valle, de Cavallo. Did I say it wrong? I said it wrong. I apologize. Come on up, Gabriela. Rodrigo Sanchez. Stella Belmore. Quentin Ganasekera. Audrey Bavino. Olivia Bedard. O'Neill Delancey. Sam Knight. Grace Shu. Landon Baltaman. Tomás del Valle Crosara.
I would like to invite Ms. Candice Dietrich, Mr. Lance Walsworth, and Mr. David Jones to the stage. The disciplinary committee is a group of upper school students who represent the diversity of the student population appointed by the head of school. The disciplinary committee works with administrators, teachers, and students to uphold the academy's rules and convenes as needed to hear the facts of cases in which major rules have allegedly been violated and makes recommendations to the Dean of Students. Our new incoming disciplinary committee member for 26-27 is Annie Ann.
And now for our incoming Eagle ambassadors, would Mrs. Yanni Irizarry Rivera and Ms. Caitlin Griffiths please join me on the stage to recognize our incoming Eagle ambassadors. Eagle ambassadors go through an application process. Students chosen will possess excellent communication skills, exhibit leadership, initiative, and enthusiasm. Eagle ambassadors are to maintain high honor roll status, be on the excellent citizenship list, and be involved in the MVA community. Eagle ambassadors assist with campus tours along with other admission tasks. For 26-27, Elena Wang. Caleb John. Zoe Newell. Arthur Robello. Maria Fernanda Salgado Castro.
I would now like to invite up to the stage Mrs. Caballero and Ms. Byland. The Honor Council is a group of upper school students who represent the diversity of the student population appointed by the head of school. The Honor Council works with administrators, teachers, and students to uphold the tenets of the Montfort Academy Honor Code, which aims to develop a determination in our students to lead honorable lives and convenes as needed to hear the facts of cases that have potentially broken the Honor Code. Incoming Honor Council members for 26-27, Olivia Bedard, Noor Shima, and Jeremiah Gordon.
Our NVA student government sponsors were Mrs. Angie Helm and Mr. Edward Cordova. Student government provides a connection with the administration to promote positive change and a conduit for student concerns in support of the well-being of all NVA students. Through student leadership, NVA's SGA will create a positive environment of encouragement, understanding, and student scholarship. The freshman officers for the year will be announced in August as we hold freshman elections at the beginning of the year. We will begin now with our sophomore class representatives. The Treasurer Historian, Luciana Moya Gare. Secretary, Natalia Genham. Vice President, Jaden Callegos. And President, Claire Whitehouse. Our junior class officers, Historian, Gabrielle Joseph. Treasurer, Luisa Texiera de Silva. Secretary, Alyssa Diaz. Vice President, Krisha Patel. And President, Samdi Gandhi. And our 26-27 senior class officers. Historian, Raquel Texiera de Silva. Treasurer, Camila Barada Alam. Secretary, Dexter Clark. Vice President, Akila Shirley. And our SGA Senior Class President, Allison Ryan.
I now invite Mrs. Kirsten Kaufman to join us as we announce the prefects for 26-27. The prefect program is a student-led leadership group that encourages communication and interaction between students and administration to enhance the student residential experience. Specifically, prefects support the residential faculty in providing a positive experience for all boarding students. Additionally, the prefect's responsibilities influence and impact the entire student body by working with student government in planning and overseeing the student assemblies and consulting with the school leadership in guiding the advisory program. Students in the program must maintain excellent citizenship status. Incoming prefects for 26-27 are as follows, and students can line up on the stage for a photograph and then head to Mrs. Parker for a pin. Sam Johnson. Will Moss. Damian Jones. Malachi Booker. Vuk Putnik. David Zhang. Simonas Jankauskas. Bilal Abubakar Alim. Dominique Deji Johnjack. DJ, sorry, said that wrong. Kyra Tati. Mariana Bustamante. Amelie Jenkins Cruz. Luisa Tanis Farias. Yakina Mora Valenzuela. And Aline de Malgais Schneider. Before you go, the head prefects for 26-27, Sam Johnson, and Kyra Tati.
I should have borrowed y'all's stools down here. The Distinguished Scholars Program was created in 2017 by Mount Verde Academy to offer students a path towards some of the most competitive college admissions by providing opportunities for intellectual rigor. In order to successfully complete the program, these students are expected to dedicate themselves to the highest level of scholastic pursuit. The seniors who have completed all the requirements for this program were recognized at a college signing ceremony on April 29th and will be honored by walking first at the baccalaureate and graduation ceremonies. This year, we have 52 new inductees into the Distinguished Scholars Program. Will these students please come forward as I call your name? Emily Limpus, Jackson Broker, Ava Sanford, Munsif Minhouse, Olivia Mindo-Vidic, Annie Ann, Hamza Bawa, Ella Demarest, Emma Fennell, Haya Ganahem, Elise Ganem, Aaron Zhang, F.A. Kozin, Kelsey Rose, Lily Strawbridge, Ameline Alexis, Juliana Barbie, Jade Boucher, Malachi Booker, Madison Cassaberry, Hayden Corbett, Loka Gyao, Jeremiah Gordon, Quentin Gunasakara, Corrine Hayes, Taylor Heaton, Caleb John, Damon Jones, Ahad Malik, Laura Minosi, Vienna Morgan, Alina Musa, Dahlia Musa, Kendall Norris, Kishan Patel, Angelo Rinaldi, Franklin Rizzo, Mateus Silva, Eiley Smith, Zara Said, Raquel Teixeira Silva, Christina Vargas, and Karis Williams. We might have to make more time for signing day next year. Congratulations, everybody. At this time, I would like to invite Mr. Jeff Wexler.
Good evening, everyone. So I'm happy to present tonight the Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute Scholarship. Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute is a college in Rome, New York, where students, faculty, and alumni have been defining the scientific and technological advances of our world for 200 years. Each year, Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute awards one rising senior at each school a $160,000 scholarship to attend RPI. This year, our scholarship winner is Layla Berry. And next, I'd like to call up Mr. Robert Burke.
Hello again. I'd like to invite to the stage Mr. Alan Lane, a representative from the Lake Sumter chapter of the Sons of the American Revolution, to present the Good Citizenship Award. Been working with Alan now for over a decade. Good Citizenship Award description for this student comes from his AP English Literature teacher, Dr. Smith. Describes the student as a standout scholar, athlete, and citizen his entire time at Montverde Academy. His intellectual curiosity guides him to academic success and positions him as a true leader in the classroom. Captain of the Tennis Academy, president of the Arts and Athletics Leadership Institute,
and president of the Jewish Student Union. His leadership isn't limited to his academic pursuits. There is no doubt he truly deserves recognition for his good citizenship during his time at Montverde Academy. The upper school recipient for the Sons of the American Revolution Good Citizenship Award is Adam Townsend. And now I have the honor of introducing two outstanding seniors to the stage, Taylor Hill and Lyda Rexton.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Lyda Rexton. Whoa, there's a weird echo. Okay. My name is Lyda Rexton, and alongside mine and Madison's best friend, Taylor Hill, I've spent the past few months trying to find a meaningful way to honor and memorialize the impact that Madison St. Louis had on not only our school community, but the class of 2026. Unfortunately, Taylor couldn't be here tonight, but I just know how excited she was to help create this scholarship in Madison's honor and to share this moment with all of you. So tonight, I'm incredibly honored to announce the creation of the Madison St. Louis Scholarship, which will recognize seniors in the coming years who embody the same qualities that Madison lived in every single day: humility, generosity, discipline, strength, academic excellence. Oh my God, she was the smartest person I think I've ever met. Kindness and genuine care for those around them. Madison was obviously incredibly accomplished. I mean, they had to make the font size smaller so everything she did could fit on the slide. She was a National Merit Scholar, a Dartmouth Admit, and president of Tutoring Club, and so much more. But what made her so special to everyone who knew her wasn't just what she achieved, it was the way that she carried her achievements with so much humility and so much grace. She used her success to encourage people, lift others up, and ultimately help people. That's exactly what Taylor and I hope that this scholarship continues to recognize in future years. This year, we are honored to dedicate the very first Madison St. Louis Scholarship to Madison herself and the lasting impact that she had on this community. I also want to sincerely thank Ms. Dietrich and Mr. Samiti, along with a million other wonderful faculty members who cherish Madison as much as we both did, and who wanted to help us, and just thank you to everyone who wanted to help us memorialize Madison in the best way possible. So lastly, I would like to invite Mr. and Mrs. St. Louis to the stage. I know it takes an incredible amount of courage to be here tonight, and we are just, I speak for everyone in this room when I say we are so grateful for you to be here. Thank you.
now we have a real special presentation for you. Tatiana?
I never talked back. I never slept late. I never sat down when told to stand straight. I never let go or gone with the flow. I don't really know why. I've never asked questions or taken a dare. I've never worn clothes that might make people stare. I've never rebelled or stood up and yelled or even just held my head high. And all of the wishes unasked for, all of the truths unsaid, they're all that remain of the life I never led. I've never gone surfing or ran with the crowd or danced on a table or laughed much too loud. I've never quite dared to leave myself bare. I'm just much too scared I might fall. I've never seen Paris or even been kissed. I've never quite realized how much I've missed. And what did I get for hedging each bet? Another regret, and that's all. And all of the wishes unasked for, all of the needs unfed, they're all that remain of the life I never led. And now that you've given me one little taste of it, and now that I know what I know, well, how can I go on ignoring the waste of it? After all of these years that I've clung to my fears, won't you help me let go? Help me let go. I want to be brave, and I want to be strong. I want to believe I'm where I belong. To stand up and say, I'm seizing the day. To not just obey, but to choose. And I may not surf, I may not see France, but I still believe I still have a chance. And maybe I'll make a painful mistake. It's mine though to take or refuse. And all of the doors left to open, all of the rooms ahead, they're beckoning bright, scary and new, but I'm standing tall and I'm pushing through. What's gone may be gone, but I won't go on playing dead. It's time I start living the life I never led.
Ms. Price? Ms. Price? Can you come? Yeah. The next award is a Community Service Award that we would like to give out. The eighth Annual National Community Service Award is designed for college and high school aged individuals. These awards have a special emphasis on connecting personal service with progress towards global goals. We'd like Ms. Price to give this award because she oversees our community service program here at Montverde Academy. Class of 2028 student Mira Patel is being recognized as the UNA USA National Community Service Award for her community service impact and as an inspiration for others to get involved in the community. Mira Patel. You give that to her. Mira's not here, so Ms. Price will take that to her tomorrow. Thank you, Ms. Price. That saved me having to walk that over to Ms. Price later on. The AP Capstone Diploma is a prestigious two-year program developed by the College Board that equips high school students with research, collaboration, and communication skills. It is earned by scoring 3 or higher on AP Seminar and AP Research, plus 4 additional AP exams signaling academic rigor to colleges. So far, 2 students have qualified from the class of 2026 for this diploma, with 5 other students in the process. The 5 students in the class of 26 in process, I would like for them to stand when I call your name. Jaden Langley, Isabel McMillan, Rui Metwani, Leiter Rexstein, and Christina Stankova. Great work, guys. Keep it up. The 2 students who have already met all of the qualifications for the Capstone Diploma will come forward. They are Aaron Kaufman and Jacob Novus. Aaron's not here, so we'll celebrate Jacob. One thing that makes Montverde Academy different is that we look to fuel students' interest through our subject area concentrations, when the students identify a passion and possibly a career path. This year, we have 20 students in the senior class who have chosen to pursue one of three disciplines and have met the qualifications in each of these subject area concentrations. First, we would like to call Alyssa Strandkoff, our STEM coordinator, to recognize our STEM graduates. They are Sarah Echvaria, Adam Townsend, Natalie Vaughn, Nivea Alvarez, Alina Friedman, Isabella Parra, Emilio Del Dego, Nicole Sanchez, Jaden Langley, Sadie Caspel-Cavitz, Kirk Reed, and Charlie Newton. Congratulations to our STEM graduates. Next, we'll have Mr. Lance Walsworth, the coordinator for our Business Innovation and Entrepreneurial Development Program, and he'll celebrate our BIED graduates. They are Ben Savage, Rui Matwani, Noan Burrell, Raymond Ozosoki, Adriana Gonzalez Martinez, and Edson Andre Filo. Congratulations to our BIED graduates. Finally, we have Dr. Agiris Agiru here to recognize our Global Perspectives graduates. Dr. A. They are Jacob Novus and Marisha Pirani. Mrs. Brahman.
I think every year to choose the winner of the senior speech becomes a little more difficult and a little more difficult. I'm very proud to say this year's winner is Sarah Echeverria.
Hello everyone, my name's Sarah Echeverria and this is my senior speech, The Pink Trumpet. A loud, discordant noise filled the gym. It was not one single sound, but a jumble of clashing notes, like an orchestra gone wrong. I felt the walls and ground tremble and my body burns with heat. Everything seemed to be crumbling, not from the outside, but within me. I looked up from the gym floor to the stands where I saw my family and immediately knew they were the source of the roaring noise. They were cheering for my newest accomplishment in the 5th grade, my completion of the summer reading, and I was experiencing the most common condition that happens to preteens, agonizing embarrassment. My embarrassment didn't come from being shy. It came from knowing that my family's love and pride were loud, boisterous even. My mom that day, as always, shouted from the stands, "Estoy orgullosa de ti, mi princesa," and pulled out her infamous pink trumpet. There was no chance of stopping her from playing it. Still, I instinctively shook my head and mouth stopped while my cheeks turned bright red. That day was one of many report card celebrations, soccer games, and school assemblies, all marked by the same loving uproar. Their enthusiasm made me stand out, and standing out was the last thing I wanted. As a 12-year-old Hispanic girl in a predominantly white elementary school, I couldn't help but compare. Other families clapped politely or smiled calmly, while mine erupted with noise and flair. I began to worry more about keeping them quiet than about the pride I should have felt in my own accomplishments. I even kept myself wondering what the other families thought of us. A supportive family is considered a gift, but I wish mine came in a quieter, more socially acceptable form. Though I've always described myself as both Colombian and American, meaning I had it in my blood, although born in the US, part of me longed to embrace my culture as an entirety. I felt the warmth of our culture, strangers greeting me with hugs and kisses, treating me like family simply because of shared roots. That desire for connection guided me to a moment that changed everything. It was December 23rd, 2022, and we were on a trip to Medellin, Colombia, to a famous neighborhood known as Comuna 13. The neighborhood was once known for its struggles, but now celebrated for its transformation. The streets were full of life, and at every corner I turned, someone was showing their talent. As I stood among the crowd, I watched a young boy balance on his hands mid-breakdance, grinning as a group clapped and whistled for him. A few steps away, a teenage artist stood by his paintings, smiling as passerbys paused to admire his work and even engage in conversation. At that moment, something clicked. I realized their pride wasn't just about talent, but rather being seen, celebrated, and loved. That's when I thought of my family. Their clapping, shouting, and trumpet blowing wasn't random noise or an unnecessary form of cheering. It was their way of lifting me up, of making sure I knew I was loved and worthy of celebration. Just like the people of Comuna 13, they wanted their joy to be felt, not seen. The embarrassment I once felt was replaced with appreciation and a deep sense of responsibility. I no longer saw their cheering as something to hide from, but as an extension of a culture rooted in love, resilience, and expression. At my next soccer game, when I heard my family's familiar cheers, I didn't shrink away. Instead, I turned to the stands, pumped my fist, and joined in their celebration. At that moment, I wasn't just embracing my family's support, but embracing my heritage and becoming my own person. I am no longer afraid to stand out. I am proud to be that person who carries the Colombian warmth into every room I enter. I have realized that my family was not just making noise, they were teaching me how to take up space and how to help others do the same. We all deserve a world where our successes are met with a roar of support rather than a polite clap. Today, as I stand before you, I am not the girl who mouth stops from the sidelines. My growth as a person is defined by my choice to be loud for the right reasons. I have learned that silence is not always a virtue. Be a leader that has the courage to be heard, the resilience to be different, and the heart to celebrate others without apology. I want you to find your own version of that pink trumpet. When you see a friend working hard or a peer finally reaching a goal, do not just offer a polite nod. Be the roar in their stands. Be the voice that makes sure they know they are seen. We often worry so much about being socially acceptable that we forget how much power there is in being loud for the people we love. Let us choose to be the kind of community that takes up space and lifts each other up without any hesitation. Thank you.
At this time, I'd like to invite Mr. Eckstein and Ms. Kaufman to the stage.
get to announce our female outstanding boarder and our male outstanding boarder of the year. Our female outstanding boarder goes to Fiona Valtonen. And our male outstanding boarder, Max Irving.
Congratulations, Fiona and Max. The Montverde Academy Dean's Award honors one graduating senior who demonstrates exceptional leadership, a deep commitment to learning, and global perspective. The recipient models integrity and compassion, drives positive change through innovative thinking, and contributes meaningfully to our diverse community. This award celebrates the students whose character, scholarship, and service inspire others and who will continue to advance Montverde's mission beyond graduation. This year's recipient has a 4.5 GPA, is a commended Merit Studies Scholar, a distinguished scholar, has taken 11 AP courses, never received a grade lower than an A in any course at MVA. He is the swim team captain and serves as a prefect. He will be attending MIT in the fall. Jaden Chan. The next honor is no surprise. We've announced this a couple weeks ago. But again, this is our top academic honors. The valedictorian and salutatorian from the graduating class each year are determined from the following criteria: attendance at Montverde Academy for a minimum of 2 years, high grade point average strength of academic schedule of the senior year, national scores on the PSAT, SAT, and AP exams from 9th, 10th, and 11th grade, no major discipline or honor violations, amount of community service rendered, involvement in extracurricular activities. The salutatorian for the class of 2026 had a 4.53 GPA, is Kobe Wu. And the valedictorian is Michelle Su. We get to hear more from Michelle and Kobe this weekend as they'll be speaking at our commencement exercise. Each year, the upper school faculty are asked to vote for a colleague who has practiced the highest standards of the profession in their classroom. Someone who has placed great energy into their teaching, has used multiple resources to teach, provided a comfortable learning environment, varies their teaching techniques, is prepared, responds effectively to student inquiries, upholds the highest standard in the delivery of their teaching method, and most of all, has inspired the learning process. The recipient shall receive a $1,000 stipend toward the professional development activity of their choice. This year's recipient has been at Montverde Academy since 2013. She has taught various levels of Spanish, including advanced placement Spanish literature, and started our Spanish for Native and Heritage speaking programs in the upper school, and has served as the faculty representative of the Honor Council. Students say that Ms. Caballero has proven that the best way to teach a mind is to first care for the heart. Her influence has shaped the very spirit of Montverde Academy, and the school community stands stronger and more compassionate for having her as an educator. Please join me in congratulating Emma B. Caballero as the upper school teacher of the year. In closing tonight, a special thank you to Ms. Marla Parker, our upper school administrative assistant registrar, for all her dedication. Her preparation, execution of the event, and all her hard work throughout the year. Additionally, I'd be remiss if I didn't recognize all of our teachers across each discipline. They create an inspirational environment of learning that is truly engaging and stimulates an atmosphere of joy and concern for all of our students. We are thrilled to announce that over 500 of our upper school students earned citizenship awards during the 2025-26 school year. These dedicated individuals received their medals during the advisory period. Additionally, our esteemed Head of School Leadership Institute members were honored with their HLI pens. Tomorrow night, we will celebrate our cum laude inductees from the class of 2026 at the prestigious baccalaureate event. Class of 2026, we eagerly anticipate celebrating your achievements this weekend during the baccalaureate and commencement ceremonies. Thank you for making the 25-26 school year an extraordinary journey filled with joy, intense learning, and unforgettable moments. To our 9th through 11th graders, best of luck on your exams. We can't wait to see the amazing things that you bring forward in the 26-27 school year. Enjoy your evening, and thank you for joining us for our Upper School Honors Night.